Hello, welcome to the MOOC course on Internet of Things. In this course, you are going to learn about the different aspects of Internet of Things. Internet of Things, as you know, is very popular currently. There is lot of investment that is going on by both private and government agencies on the development of Internet of Things. There is also lot of surge that has happened on research on Internet of Things as well. So, in this course we are going to look at the different aspects that will help in building Internet of Things, the different principles, the different tools that are required, and so on and so forth. So, the learner is going to learn about how to build Internet of Things, what are the different scientific principles that are involved, what are the different technologies, for example, communication technologies, the different networking technologies, what are the different types of programs that have to be written for the development, what is the hardware, and so on. So, in this course we have developed the course material in such a way that there are 4 modules. The first module is on the basics of Internet of Things. The second module is basically on the implementation aspects of Internet of Things. So, here basically the learner is going to learn about some of the different experiments that can be performed, the different modules that can be developed which will be useful for Internet of Things, and so on. And then in the third module, different advanced topics including cloud computing, fog computing, industrial Internet of Things, SDN, software defined networks for IoT. So, all these different types of advanced topics are going to be covered, and finally in the fourth module you are going to learn about some of the different case studies. So, case studies specific to healthcare, case studies specific to agriculture, and then activity monitoring of humans, of patients, and so on. So, these are the different case studies that we have considered. So, you are going to learn about these different case studies, and so these case studies will basically help you to build similar kind of applications for solving other problems like other societal problems. So, here in this course you will have both theoretical and practical knowledge of IoT, Internet of Things, and as I was saying that this course is definitely going to be very much useful to everyone, both the student community as well as the practitioners community. Student community including the undergraduate students, postgraduate students, research scholars, and so on, and practitioners of all different fields, because IoT is currently applied in different domains. Mining, IoT is used in mining, in agriculture, for space applications, in healthcare. So, those of you who have interest in different application domains would still find this course to be useful, and the course materials have been developed in such a way that even if you do not have much previous background and with some basic background of networks and communications and very basic background in programming, you would be able to follow the course very easily. So, I am sure that this course is going to be very much popular, and so one more thing I would like to mention at this point is that at present in our country or throughout the world there has been lot of interest in developing smart cities and smart homes, smart city applications, for example for surveillance, smart surveillance. So, for example the cops, they can monitor from their control room what is going around in the city if there is any illegal activity that is going on, or if there is any problem that is going on in the different parts of the city. So smart surveillance even in the public places, or different infrastructure, public infrastructure and so on. So smart surveillance, smart health. Smart health means like just consider an example that you are there is a patient who has to go to a hospital in the city, and he doesn't know that which hospital he should be going to. It is a very typical problem that once you go to a particular hospital, it might so happen that there is not enough bed for admitting a patient, or the doctors are not there and so on. So all these information can be made available, so that even before you reach the hospital, you can get all the information about all the different hospitals, the availability of resources, etc. at the hospitals and so on. So this is another example of smart city. Similarly, smart parking, like it is a very common problem in the cities that there is no enough parking space, particularly during the rush hours. So how can we can we have some application by which we can know which parking spaces are available in the city, so that we can drive in directly to those parking spaces without basically congesting a particular part of the parking lot of the city. Smart home applications are also very popular at present. For example, consider something like elderly care in a smart home. So often it happens that elderly people, they are all left alone. They do not have people, their relatives to take care of them at home. So can we have some smart infrastructure that can help them to conduct their daily activities at home? For example, opening the refrigerator, taking food items out, putting them in the microwave oven for warming up, and then if required, sending SMS to the grocers for delivering stuff that are required to be delivered, and so on. So like this, actually there are a lot of different types of attractive applications that can improve the quality of life. So for that, the enabling technology is Internet of Things, and for building Internet of Things, we need to take help of different allied technologies. So that is why we need to understand all these different allied technologies that I mentioned, and this is what we are going to learn in this course. So I hope that this course is going to be useful to everyone. You are going to learn different fundamental as well as application oriented concepts, and I am sure that you are going to enjoy this course. Thank you.